welcome to the Do It All Dad Year podcast. Phenomenal name, I know. Jokes, Gen X dads understands and beyond. Dad friendly entertainment for you and me. Controlling our kids with comedy can make our kids great again. My not one, not two, but three fuss-free kids, the majority of the time, are living proof of it. Can I get a holla for a well-rehearsed, ultra-polished, super punchy intro hooker to the funniest podcast you never heard prior for those breaking their cherry tonight? Congratulations. You're welcome. Holla! Thank you very much. I have books to sell. I will start in order of creation. Number 1, Controlling My Kids, a comedy, a love story. Number 2, Do It All Dad does jokes. Number 3, Resist This. Number 4, The Great American Jew Novel. And on the horizon, United We Laugh. And once I get a publisher to round out the star-studded list of the century, we've got waist-high, really short stories, and the Koshitarian comedians. Can I get a holla for headline hooker galore that tickles my inner light long time, knowing Hashem blessed me with the ability to flex my magic thrust nonstop all the time, and I don't have to feel like a creative slut in a straitjacket. Holla! Thank you very much. Beyond personal, more hardcore edge is funnier. Holla! Thank you very much. Governor Cuomo getting paid to write about leadership is like R. Kelly getting early release to babysit the latest Kardashian out of the womb. Woody Allen writing a book on hands-off parenting. Or Kevin Durant, Mr. Millennial Mouseketeer himself, getting picked to do a TED Talk on how to defend yourself against cyberbullying. Holla! Thank you very much. Celebrity couples who can't keep their hands off each other are stuck in a perpetual sweaty sex period. That's the secret sauce ingredient that makes any sexually charged relationship stick. Holla for preaching the gospel a long time and being funny about it. Thank you very much. Russell Simmons, hip-hop mogul, entrepreneur extraordinaire, read his autobiography back in the day. Talking about how Pimple was right on Trump's Gulfstream for the record. But I digress. Russell Simmons addressing rape allegations with Gayle King. Gayle, read my lisp. I didn't rape any of those vengeful, over-the-hill hoes. Can I get a holla for sampling that joke on this really sweet, nice, smart black girl at Staples in Mount Kisco, and it getting a very deep, piercing laugh. A long time, holla! Thank you very much! New marketing idea for my book, Doodle Dad Does Jokes. Donate them to the Bedford Hills Correctional Facility where Martha Stewart stayed. So the creators of Orange is the New Black never had to worry about paying for their kids' college tuition, regardless of how many forced lesbian daughters they adopted from China in the process. Holla! Thank you very much! I was busting balls. Doing my best to keep it loosey-goosey. So, again, new marketing idea for my book, Doodle Dad Does Jokes, or Resist This, which was a monster comedy special. 2 hours of material. I did send that book to President Trump, and he wrote me a more elongated, more personal note compared to the first one when I said Doodle Dad Does Jokes. And respectfully so, because the material was that much tighter, and I gave a nice shout out in his honor, and the writing was freaking phenomenal. Dice lives. Holla! Thank you very much! So, again, I am Mr. fucking Digressor tonight. Holla! Thank you very much! So, new market idea for my books that I just got in the mail so I could sell, get my hair metal freaking marketing hustle hat on 25 years after the process. I'm freaking 45, but I hustle my ass off in LA, made the man I am today. Only schmuck in a headset, graduated a top communications school, but I ended up becoming an IT headhunter. Eventually ran my own desk. I could recruit jobs and candidates, all by making a freaking cold call, all through the sheer force of my cult of personality. Living Color Lives. Lead singer is actually the actor, Danny Glover's son. How cool is that? Hollywood royalty in the house. Thank you very much! So, I learned that way after the fact. But back in the day, if you're really into metal, everyone was like, oh, Vern Reed, like the metal Hendrix. But, and I wonder if Vern Reed's ever connected with Buckethead, if they've ever tried to do anything together. I wonder. I should write a script about them doing something special together, because that would be definitely inclusive. You got the Vern Reed. I'm assuming he's still got the mini dread thing going on, on top, and you got Buckethead, who wears the face of a white albino Mike Myers mask. So if that's not inclusive, I don't know what is. Holla! Thank you very much. Okay, so back to my next viral marketing, guerrilla marketing sensation concept that I'm sharing with my adoring, loving Doodle Daddy podcast right now on SoundCloud and Spotify and TuneIn and my unbelievable, adoring WordPress crowd. I love you all! That sounded weird. I was trying to sound like Ozzy. I love you all! It's still not there. I love you! Nailed it! Holla! Thank you very much! Okay, so again, I will finally get to the marketing guerrilla concept point already. I take my joke books, very joke heavy, very hilarious material. Makes cops, firemen, brothers, employed or not, laugh. Long time, holla. Thank you very much. Not that I'm much better being a stay-at-home comedian dad. I'm just busting balls. My point being, I'm a native New Yorker. I live to connect with the brother man. Or else I'm a freaking wannabe edgeless hack. Like Jim Gaffigan. Holla. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, black guys love Jim Gaffigan. Like Hillary Hammertime Cankles loves Bill Clinton's Lexington Steel porno wing. Holla! Thank you very much. That analogy I just pulled out of my tuchus, and I'm very tempted to give myself a semi deep tissue massage over providing such uh, easeful relief for coming up with a pretty inspired ad lib, knowing that Humalicker Breath is notorious muncher of all fishes of all sizes. But catfish fish or black cod, I'm not thinking that's Hillary's cup of tea. Holla! Thank you very much! Remember when Hillary Hammer Time Cankles? Remember it took her 5 times to get her MetroCard to work? That's a subway station in New York City. It took her 5 times. By swipe number 5, you could see Hillary, hunch over, get extra sweaty and gross. The, reeking of, cheap Chardonnay breath. And she says, black people are watching, bitch. You can do it! They're not super predators. Don't say that again out loud. Holla! Thank you very much! So, I go to the prison warden at the jail that Martha Stewart went to, and the Amy Fisher, who they call her the Lolita Sniper? No, it's Lolita something. The Long Island Lolita, I think that was it. It's funny enough. It's a little long-winded for my taste, but it's very funny. Anyway, this guy, Joey Buttafuoco, Amy Fisher, they had an affair, and she, shot Joey Buttafuoco's wife in the face. And she was, a sexy, MILF Italian, like most guys would fuck her. They would be able to come in her. I mean, she was definitely fuckable enough with makeup or on. Holla! Thank you very much! But after getting blown up in the freaking face, not so much. I don't want to give that a holla. It's I can't even imagine. Talk about worst scenario materialize, come true in real fashion. My freaking chest. Holla for that never happened to me, Lord, please. I'll just stick to porn, knowing that's our last safety rail left. Holla! Thank you very much! But, so I was mentioning Amy Fisher. Why was I mentioning Amy Fisher? I was talking about the Lolita Express. And I was talking about Yenta Country. And, why would I start talking about Long Island? I had to think of Boomer Esiason, and it's making me serially unfunny Gentile real fast. Holla! Thank. So I'm back at the Martha Stewart prison again, and I sample on, meaning I tell a joke. So riffing. It seems like I'm riffing. I'm doing jokes on the correctional officer that's in charge of accepting library donations at the jail that Martha Stewart stayed. And I say, have you tried Snoop Dogg's Cabernet that just came out? Wine Spectator. According to Wine Spectator, the wine tastes like mouthwash used in porn hood hell. Can I donate some Dr. Seuss books, or are they not woke enough for the warden's taste? Did you hear it? Dr. Seuss is racist for drawing a pic of an African wearing a grass skirt. I didn't know FUBU was in fashion yet. Correction officer laughs a long time. Dad giving you advice, specifically parenting advice, 3 grandchildren later over the phone again from Arizona is annoying for a reason. Oh, you don't like the idea of your granddaughter attending Cornell University eventually because of sudden mental health concerns post-COVID pops? I think all the outsourced, invisible suicide nets used in factories for Nike and Apple and China got the 13 Reasons Why class covered, Pops. Holla! Thank you very much. I bet Cornell made a suicide prevention app that has the Skulls and Bones logo on the digital button to make their snowflake-prone students feel extra protected inside. Like Cornell alum Bill Maher for getting away with naming his production company Kid Love Productions with no media inquiry into its pedo-friendly name in sight. Holla! Thank you very much! If W's kids weren't such airheads, they'd download that app at Yale because they'd be smart enough to get in despite being a legacy. I thought legacies were guaranteed pledges. Well, only if they turn into a complete basket case, like Fred, my brother. Animal House lives. Holla! Thank you very much! I didn't screw that up completely. Coolest things my father has introduced me to. Animal House, The Last Waltz by the band. And then after that, I would say Oz, The Shield. Definitely not Midnight Cowboy in Manhattan. Before I could bloom under my Fruit of the Looms. Holla! Thank you very much! So, if W's kids could get into Yale, which they couldn't, despite being a legacy, that Skull and Bones logo on their smartphones would make them feel immune to fucking up, again, consequences ever. Like W after 9/11 for doing dick to prevent the inside job on his watch. Plus, whenever you press the suicide prevention app button, Bang Your Head by Quiet Riot plays, Pops, which gets you out of your head after you try to headbutt Joe Rogan through your laptop for promoting how much his branded CBD oil matters, man, despite it giving you 0.0 mental lift worth giving a shit about. Like any head rush takeaways from the Dak Shepard podcast. Holla! Thank you very much! That's right, another interchangeable, boorish, CBD disciple comic on the Joe Rogan podcast sprinkles his star-studded killer sets with jokes about how deadheads only attend dead shows for the drugs, man. Yeah. Dick's Pics Volume 1 through 9,000 documents nothing but scatter tracers, dude. Holla! Thank you very much! Yeah, Dick's Pics Volume 1 through 9,000 documents nothing but scatter tracers, dark side of the moon, dude. Holla! Thank you very much! But seriously, Pops, once you press that suicide prevention app, and hear Bang Your Head by Quiet Riot, your anxiety level drops lower than Al Gore's balls at the sight of finding one more Klondike bar left in his sub-zero freezer on the 4th of July. Oliver Stone lives. Holla! Thank you very much! Imagine a kid trying to jump off a bridge at Cornell, only to bump into the invisible net. The invisible net. Suicide fail kid. Holla! Charles Grodin lives, I think. Thank you very much. Kid says, I can't, that being the Cornell kid that failed at committing suicide in Cornell. Kid says, I can't even ace a perfect landing to end my endless shit show of a life that I'm living out for my parents. Obviously not myself. Holla. Thank you very much. This is my impression of a tour guide at Cornell downplaying mental health concerns for the incoming class of 2021. Freshmen don't even have the time today to squeeze in a 20-minute Peloton ride between classes. White Peloton privilege doesn't exist behind these ivy-draped walls. Don't let them fool you. Listen to Public Enemy records and stay woke forever. Holla! Thank you very much! Babyface almost gonna work it out! Holla! Thank you very much! Fear of a Black Planet is an awesome album. I don't care if, like, Public Enemy, like, blames the Jews for bringing the Holocaust upon themselves. It's a great album. And it's not as if they're dropping, like, fucking kite bombs, which I never drop, just make a point. Not dropping kite bombs in the song, so I'll give them a pass. And you also have to respect, I mean, it's a boring conversation. But great art is great art, and Fear of a Black Planet was great, banging art that you could dance to, and like smart lyrics, and it's easy to understand. It's the complete antithesis of any Cardi B cum chicken nugget drenched shit show of 97.1 that goos the airwaves with that shit that pass off as rap, making freaking Nas sick to his stomach, knowing that hip hop is really officially dead after all. Holla! Kanye forever. Thank you very much! So, but yeah, so back to the tour guide at Cornell, downplaying mental health concerns for the incoming class of 2021. So, again, freshmen don't even have the time to squeeze in a 20-minute Peloton ride between classes. And what makes you think Cornell freshmen can afford to spend their downtime attending pill parties, listening to 13 Reasons Why on vinyl, backwards again, while looking for secret hidden messages like sell your soul to Apple Music, like Trent Reznor did, and you'll look less tormented, menacing in $700 leather jackets in no time. Jokes Gen X dads understand and beyond. Holla! Thank you very much! Also, kids today post-COVID can't get enough of social distancing, especially after their ears get raped to death from all the Yenta Breath sorority sisters during rush week in the school cafeteria chanting, Gamma Rho! We're so hot. We rock the keto diet so we don't become fat feminists. Karen bots. A little long-winded, but we're hot yenta, so we don't give a shit. Holla! Thank you very much! Don't go there question on Thanksgiving. So, Dad, what brings you more shame? Your son getting addicted to opiates. Opiates? So, Dad, what brings you more shame? Your son getting addicted to opiates or your eldest son trying to wean himself off the comment section of the Gateway Pundit? You never heard of it? It's another alt-right dirt rag like the rest, according to Unibrow Maddow at MSNBC. Weird Week Howard. Holla! Thank you very much! Hey, Dad, tell me if you think this impression is funny. This is Chris Matthews sexually harassing a new chesty Yenta Breath intern from Long Island on MSNBC. Here we go. Eating out Maddow counts as your lunch break, babe. Waiting for my car appointment to get a new key. And some old guy starts asking questions about login codes for the internet. I said, what are you really missing out on besides the Doodle Daddy Your podcast and Doodle Daddy Your blog? Personally, I want to kick it old school and get a flip phone again to flip off my need for on-demand porn and surly serious comments from the Gateway Pundit that make me like laugh like once every 10 months. Holla! Thank you very much! I like benefiting from the wisdom, though. These are all like veterans who live like selfless, badass, patriotic lives, and been like great star providers, which are those are my role models. And my dad's a star provider, totally role model. Personally, I want to kick it old school, like I said, and kick the flip phone again. If I'm honest about only wanting to hear my own opinions most of the time, as established my Giveaway Pundit rant before, describe the internet in 3 words, Twitter. I'm smart, stupid. But I'm not banking on mama paying attention, or else I wouldn't feel so compelled to defend my intelligence 24/7. Holla! Thank you very much! Also, I want to start using my imagination for jerking off again, so I don't feel like a slacker jerk off at the same time in real time. Are you feeling me yet, old timer? Old timer says, I like using the internet to read articles from the New York Times and Washington Post, blah, blah, blah. I say, nobody's perfect. Billy Wilder lives. I don't do unnamed sources like you know who. In case you're not picking up with me, I'm referring to the mainstream sucky media, New York Times included. Holla! Thank you very much! At the library, trying to donate some books and getting endless laughs by pitching all of my book titles of potential books I could donate to a local prison in the Bedford Correctional Facility after receiving that unbelievable divine intervention powered suggestion from the librarian like 2 seconds ago. So I start dropping all the titles of the books. I said, I could drop off Controlling My Kids, a comedy, a love story, laugh, Do It All Dad Does Jokes, laugh, Resist This, laugh, The Great American Jew Novel, laugh. Then the librarian says, you remind me of my nephew. He's a comedian. I say, your warm-hearted embrace of my funny man identity doesn't remind me of my mother one bit. Why should I care about the Swiss beating the French in soccer? The Swiss are guilty of cultural appropriation by storing Marc Chagall designer lamps for their Nazi rulers to sell at Sotheby's whenever they needed to stock up on more Malbec and crystal meth during their golden shower years, living it up in the Andes Mountains while writing more glowing reviews of Mein Kampf on Amazon under Nazi scientists protection programs rule. Jackie Mason lives. Holla! Thank you very much! New agent. Seduction plan. Only pursue female lit agents that give me sustained stiffage a long time, which is extended arousal derived from their money shot loaded manuscript sales lists that are flush with funny, smart, Hebe last name writers. Holla! Thank you very much! Playing with the idea of making mama jealous with a new potential Jewish godmother, fill-in lover, embracer regarding the totality of me wouldn't hurt my increased motivation factor to woo them with more than my pulsating prose either. Holla! Lord Byron lives. Thank you very much! Getting a new key at the Toyota dealership. And start flirting again with the slightly chesty, pretty face enough, raven black-haired Latino girl who helped reorder the key for me prior the following day in painless, super fast fashion. And I had made her laugh a long time the first time I met her when I said, I don't mind waiting. My unhuggable C word of a mother-in-law is being forced to play fake news involved grandma for the week, so I'm whistling Dixie regardless. Today I say to the same pretty face gal, after actually remembering her name, so I care enough to notice. It's very rare on my part. And I say, the name Vilma is growing on me more every day. It's more cinematic sounding than Penelope Cruz. In fact, I think Pedro Almodovar should make you his new muse and kick that uppity lisp to the curb. Everyone working there laughs a long time. I'm glad that my philosophy and film class that my parents paid $50,000 for just materialized there. The entire Toyota worker crew laughs long time once again. United we laugh. Oh, what a feeling. Oh, I can't take no more. Dice lives. Holla. Thank you very much. Holla. Thank you very much. Dad giving you parenting advice 3 grandchildren later over the phone again from Arizona is annoying for a reason. Oh, you don't like the idea of your granddaughter attending Cornell University eventually because, oh God, gotta be kidding me. This has been so good.